Hello everyone, welcome to episode 72 of How to Play Like a WoW Pro. Today I'm going to be playing in the VZ55 and a live commentary session. Due to popular demand, because I made a poll on my community page and people voted for this tank the most, so that's what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I had probably 5 or 6 replays that were really good in the VZ55 for analyzing. But I lost all of them because I didn't make the footage in time for me to... I didn't make the footage before there was an update, so all of that is lost. Unless I download an older patch, which is too difficult and time consuming, so I'm not going to do that. But we'll just play it live. What I wanted to mention is that the VZ55 is probably a top 3 tech tree heavy tank for damage per game, along with the AMX M4 and the Super Conqueror. It's extremely good. Having 1,000 burst in 2 seconds with pretty good gun handling and decent speed is ridiculous. So first let's talk a little bit about field mods. So I'm not going to go fully in depth because I have a field mods video which is an hour and a half long where I go through almost every tank from tier 8 to tier 10. So you can if you want my rationalizations for why I pick certain field mods, you should just watch that. You can just scroll through my videos and you'll find it. It was probably 3 months ago. But I pick all-terrain suspension, parallax adjustment. Definitely always pick this one on any tank that gets it. I pick periscope electric drive for the extra view range. I pick this one on the left, which gives you more top forward speed. I do this partly because in competitive, it's the obvious choice, and I play a lot of competitive, but even if I were playing just pubs, I would probably still pick this. Yeah, I would still pick this, to be honest. The top speed is just way more useful, in my opinion. And for the last one, I go with better dispersion values. In competitive, I would go with the left one, probably, the more hit points, but for pub matches, I think I prefer the better dispersion. So when it comes to equipment, the VZ55, there's probably 4, 5, maybe even 6 good loadouts for it. But one thing's for sure, whatever loadout you're running, you should have a V-stab on it. The V-stab is just standard. You need it on every single loadout, in my opinion. And I really like this combo of vents, as long as it's bounty or improved vents. And then with the V-stab. This combo I really like. As for the last piece of equipment, you can do hardening, you can do improved aiming unit, or you could do turbo, or you could drop the vents for any of those options as well. But I'll just give you my personal preferences. V-stab, vents, and hardening. And I use that probably 70 or 75% of the time. And for my other loadout, I run hardening, turbo, V-stab. Now a lot of people would drop the hardening for improved aiming unit or vents, which is fair. To be honest, I still like vents more than improved aiming unit on almost every tank, but it's whatever. This is just what I like to run. Now for my directive, I run V-stab directive, and that's because this tank has a 2-second intra clip, and the V-stab directive decreases the bloom penalty after you fire your first shot of your clip. So basically, since the time between the intra-clip time is only 2 seconds, having the reduced bloom for your second shot is very helpful. You could also run vents directive, and I think that's viable as well, but that's just what I like to do. I run 2 HE for my main loadout, and if I see a game where there's like 2 FV, 4 K5s, and like a Scorpion G or something, then I pick this loadout with 4 HE, but that's not too important. And I would only recommend bringing a 4 HE loadout if you have intuition. Alright, I'm not going to talk about map bans. I don't think it's too important in the VZ. It's more important for like light tanks or a mouse or arty, which I don't really play. So let's just get into it. Into the first battle. Now the VZ, even though it says it's an autoloader with 490 alpha for each shot, you can kind of just think about it as when you're able to surprise someone, you might as well just think about it as having 1,000 alpha damage. And sure, its DPM isn't crazy, but it's actually not that bad when you consider whenever there's a long break, like you're driving from here to here, you're still reloading that whole time, even though you're not encountering an enemy. So by the time you reach an enemy, you just have a straight up 1,000 damage to just dump on them. I'm gonna bring my turbo loadout this game, which, like I said, I only do probably 30 or 20% of the time, and that's because we're on a cliff, and I think early game damage when you're in a relatively fast tank is very important. I'm gonna go middle. One line is not bad, but it's risky is the main problem for me. They have some medium tanks, Leo, Batchet, TVP, Char Future, Leo PTA. So taking one line in this situation is just a bad idea in my opinion. It's too risky, unless I saw like 4 of our teammates going this way, or 3. But even then, if it's our medium tanks going, you're probably going to be the last one around the corner, and you're going to take a decent amount of damage. So first, obviously, I'm going to pre-aim anybody who goes up. But I have 2 basic options here. I could come here and shoot people driving in, but I think I'm a little too slow for that, so I'm going to go here and aim up at this. If no one gets spotted there instantly, though, then I'm going to go with a very aggro peek and then try to back off like instantly. Probably. Yeah, I'm lit, so I can't risk this. I can get shot from their base by like a 268, so I need to be very careful and not expose through this gap for too long. I kind of want to stay here in case somebody goes like this, like their cron. They do have an arty, so I'm going to turn this way so that I don't get ass penned. Now I think this cron will hopefully over poke. I'm not going to poke this yet because I don't want to get spotted and scare him off. I'm going to sit here and hope that he fully commits. But after a few seconds I might poke and check if he's there because my team isn't really spotting him. Our 50B should probably proxy him, but I'm not positive, so I'm going to check real quick. Okay, he's not there yet. Okay, I missed my second shot. At least we got one in for free, that's good. And this thing is 500 alpha, so even just one shot is like quite a lot of damage. I'm gonna stay here for now. I'm keeping this rock between myself and the arty and their tank destroyers down here. I'm hoping this cron will over peak or something. If not, I might look for a cheeky angle somewhere, but remember I can always get shot through here by their tank destroyers, so I gotta think about this. Okay, this guy's overextending. The cron is not poked. This is kind of risky, but I'm gonna do it. Since I'm not getting shot from low, I'm just gonna shoot the TVP as well. There's a waffle in the base. I'm trying to get out of here before he hits me again. Okay, I did. That was kind of risky. Not sure whether it was worth it or not, but it worked out for me, so. Okay, now we push their cron in their TVP away from the ramp so I'm not getting proxied. I want to push up here and see if I can shoot their Leo. I think I missed a second shot. Now I'm going to back up immediately. The reason why is because tanks down here can still shoot me. I did not see that guy, so I took a free shot, but thinking about pushing the donut right now with their 430U, but I want to reload first in case this guy over peaks. Okay, he fired. I don't really want to get spotted driving in so he doesn't run away instantly. If this guy pokes up too far though, I'm gonna do what I did at the start of the battle and just go for shots on him. Okay, we killed him. That's the power of the VZ right there. 1,000 damage just like that. Now I don't think anything else pushed up with this IS-7. I'm gonna do a little loop here before I cross this, because if I cross this too early, then this stuff over here can shoot me crossing. Unfortunately, the IS-7 pokes wide, so I get lit anyways, so that was kind of a pointless endeavor. I want to poke forward and bait this guy into poking me, if possible. Ah, fuck, he got me. I was trying to bait him a second time, but it didn't work. At least we have an E75 who can help us push. If we just go in together... Wow, he penned that. That's surprising. If we just go in together, we'll win this, and then we're in a really good position. We have to keep in mind there isn't Artie in this game. I'm gonna go wide here just to get a different angle on this guy. He's aiming for me, of course, because why would he not aim for me when there's a fucking E75? It's okay though, as long as the Artie doesn't one-shot us here, we're still in a good position. Getting back behind the corner to avoid the Artie. We don't have anybody proxying the middle right now. I kind of just want to vibe here for a second, because if I come around here and get spotted, then the Artie will shoot me. So I'm going to wait for my team to retake the middle, and then I'm probably going to try to take this position here. I'm not going to poke wide to shoot these guys here, because again, I don't want to get hit by the Artie. I'm only on 400 health. I want to just go like this. They can't push the one line right now. We have people covering. And I'm just going to go wide and go for shots. If I get spotted, then the Artie can hit me, but as long as I don't expose for very long. Oh, hello. I'm going to make sure to mostly aim that shot. And then I can kind of get behind this rock and avoid the Artie. As long as our team is spotting the one line, I am safe. Because if they start pushing me, my team will spot them, and then I can go forward. And the T-54 lightweight cannot one-shot me anyways. So I want to get unlit now. I want to go wide and shoot these guys. It's kind of risky though, because I don't know where their Leo is. Like if he pokes me here, he can actually just kill me in one shot if he gets a decent roll. I'm going to zoom out, see if they're exposed. Okay, this is just too juicy not to go for it. I think they already fired a second ago, so I'm gonna go for this. That was a terrible, terrible shot. This is only like my second battle of the day or something, so they're pushing low. My team was not spotting it. Thankfully he bounced. That's very lucky. Okay, that was really dumb by the guy. I didn't think they would even attempt to push that. I need to get safe from Artie right now. I didn't think they would even attempt to push that, seeing as we have a full health E3 there, but they did. That was stupid of them, but I was still expecting, even if they did something stupid, I still thought my team would have the brain cells enough to like spot them coming in, but apparently the full health E3 is afraid of poking against their T-54 lightweight, so we can't have nice things. There's our Leo, he's dead. That's a really big threat gone for us. I kind of want my team to spot these guys first. Oh, that's interesting. I have to be careful side scraping this, but I want to bait his shot if possible if he just does something dumb. I shouldn't get one shot by the Artie unless he has premium HE. This guy looks like he's backing up. I bounced him, unfortunately. Gonna go for an engine fire. Missed it. If I have to take the hit from the Artie right now, that's what I'll do. He could high roll me and just kill me, but I don't want to just poke into the open in front of this guy. Again, the enemies are just doing some really dumb stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get Artie safe now. Let me see where this guy is. He's in the open, but I have to be a bit careful. They have an unspotted 268. I'm gonna cross to the rock right now. I don't think the Kron will react in time to kill me. This rock position is extremely strong. I missed that. That's okay. See, now I'm mostly safe here. The Artie can technically hit me. It's a 261, which has bad arc, so it's not extremely likely, but again, if I take a frontal shot from a 261, it should be fine. Now, from this rock, you can usually spot people back here if you have good view range, as well as people in the base. I'm wondering where their 268 is. That's where a lot of where their remaining damage is. I'm gonna poke here, see if I can find him, see if I get lit. I do get lit, so he could be somewhere back here, or potentially over here with binos. And like I said, there's the Artie shot. Doesn't kill me, leaves me on 40 HP, which is great. Just gonna back around the corner because I don't think their lightweight is in any position to farm me. And I'm going to get unlit fully and then come to this spot here to get a little bit of a different angle on the low ground. See if I can spot their 268. I think their 268 is on the low ground, not up on the perch. Because he would have to have binos to have spotted me from that distance, I think. Oh, I guess not. Maybe it's the lightweight spotting me. Oh, come on, man. That's so dumb. Okay, the E3 left, so the lightweight could go low. Oh, that's who is spotting me. He's just there in the open. Interesting. Now here's my plan. The RD clicks me, I fire faster. Alright, we got him. Alright. Pretty good. The T-54 lightweight threw me off because I thought it was the 268 spotting me, but it was actually the lightweight. He got up high somehow and just sat in a really unconventional bush, so he was lighting me. But still, pretty good game. I think the VZ is very good on this map because a lot of the time you only have a split second to get an opportunity on an enemy tank who's poking the ramp or something. Most tanks, like an S-Conk, gets 400 damage from that. This tank, in 2 seconds it puts out 1,000, so you can get some huge damage very quickly if the enemies make mistakes. 7k damage is pretty good. Pearl River, not my favorite map. It's not even that this map is like bad for this tank or something, it's just I just don't like this map at all. This map is too split in my opinion. There's like a flank way over here, and then there's like the middle. And it's just all disconnected. You can't shoot from here to here, here. Here you can shoot to here, kind of, but like taking the middle is super risky. I just don't like it. I'm gonna bring my turbo loadout so I can get an early clip on people coming in through here. There are a lot of heavies in this game, tier 10 heavies, which are likely to go north, so that's what I want to prioritize. I don't really go anywhere else on this map in heavies besides the north unless it's a really weird matchmaking, like against tier 8s when they have no heavies or something, then I might go mid, but in this matchmaking I'm just going to do the safe play, which is to go north. When you go north, you always have to pay attention to how many teammates you have with you. In this game, we have a ton, so this is ideal. Considering how many heavies they have, this is good. Now you can go high here or go here. I'm gonna go here first, just to get up my 2 shots, and then I'll go high afterwards. Fortunately, no penning shots, really. Probably should have saved that shot, to be honest, but make my second shot count. Yeah, I should have saved that first shot. That was dumb. Want to get safe from this guy, the VZ. Please let me get safe. Okay, they sent a lot north as well, but I'm just gonna trade on the top. The high ground is usually better than playing low ground. Although in this situation, their 277 might be a good opportunity. I just have to watch for people over peeking me, really. RE5 is going aggro. Since they're all focused on him, I might just take this opportunity to shoot some people. There we go. For me to get safe. Cover my Capula here so he doesn't have a good shot. I knew he already fired one at either a minnow or E5, so. We have a minnow on the high ground. Them pushing a minnow is practically impossible. So us losing this isn't really a problem, but me getting damage is a problem. We lost some middle. Doesn't really matter to me right now. They are kind of coming behind. I could come like this, but I don't really have anyone to support me, and these 2 guys are full health, so I don't think I want to do that. I'm hoping this Patton will just overpeak for some reason. I'm just going to play passive because pushing into an S-Conk is also really hard. Pushing into a minnow is impossible, but pushing into an S-Conk is also not easy unless our minnow makes pressure. Hopefully our E50M baits this Patton into poking. Okay, that first shot was good. I think the ah, yes. Yes, very typical. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm gonna come up here because I have a couple teammates to support me now. Going here solo would be pretty risky, but now that there's a couple teammates, it's fine. If they decide to push this minnow, then I'll probably turn around. So I'm keeping a close eye on the north because I don't want us to just straight up lose it. This prog is suiciding. Alright, we got him. Cool. What the heck? He's not lit? That's crazy. Okay, there is a bush there though. Okay, they're pushing our minnow. Or at least aggressing on him. They're not going to be able to push him, to be honest. These two on the high ground are low HP, so they can't. But the important thing is this S-Conk has overexposed. If I have to take a shot to kill this guy, I will. Because once I'm above them, it's over for them. I will be able to farm all of them, pretty much. Okay, thankfully he didn't get a second shot onto me. I'm okay with taking that shot from the VZ. Because now we have the high ground and I can farm, potentially. They're in a bad situation where they got two guys in front and we're behind. This Patton, I don't think he's a great player. It's 277, he's gonna... I want to bait the Patton into poking. Which I successfully did. And he just sat there as well, which is nice. I don't want to take the hit from this guy, so I'm gonna hide behind my teammate like a scumbag. He misses anyway, so it's all good. I want to get as much damage as I can here, because as you can see, the enemies are getting pretty low on health. I don't even really want to shoot this guy, but I will if I get an easy shot. What the fuck is that modeling wargaming? Like, seriously? Okay, the Patton could technically high roll me, but it's very unlikely. He could shoot me twice though if I commit right now, so I'm not gonna do that. They have a 50B here as well. I really don't want to take a hit. Okay, I side scraped that guy. We gotta be careful, they could repush this. I'm gonna reload actually. Because if you pay attention, this E100 is probably gonna die. And then it's just a Kron and me, and this E50M is a one shot. So, if we could kill their VZ, that would be huge. I'm gonna try to stay unlit, and if he backs up, I'll get him. I want to shoot them if they cross down here as well, though. Can I shoot over this? I actually can. What the hell? I did not realize that. Okay, I'm gonna reload. I'm watching if they're coming around here. I'm actually gonna stay poked forward a bit just to spot them if they come forward. They're already fired, and he can't hit me here. The arty can hit these areas, but not where I am right now, as far as I know. Maybe from a really weird position, but not the standard ones. Okay, we got him. They have a 50B there. I'd like to kill this guy if possible. I'm gonna go for a cupola here. That was a terrible shot. Back up, brother. If he kills our E50M, then he would have fired two and I would out reload him. So they only have 4 tanks left right now. We don't know the health of their TDs because they're out of render. I'm just gonna push into this Udez and hope to get a shot. If he high rolls me, then he'll kill me. If he doesn't, then he won't. And he's not looking towards me, so it's worth poking this. We reacted quicker than him, so he didn't get a chance to shoot us. I'm gonna drop into the water and try to get closer. There's their HP, because they're in render and they're spotted now, so I know. I'm gonna drive towards the FE and this guy. I hope he pokes there. And he somehow gets lit. That would be ideal. Could load HE. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is drive wide. I'm intuitioning HE. I wish I didn't now, because he's one shot. Doesn't even really matter, except it does, because the Foch is in the open. Nice, we got 7 kills as well, 6.5k damage. Pretty good. I think I played that almost perfectly, besides a couple shots that I could have aimed a little better. But decision-wise, I think I played that pretty well. Probably play one or two more. Hopefully good ones. If they're good ones, then I'll play probably two more. Alright, we got Paris. I'm gonna bring my hardening loadout, and I'm gonna go to this hull down over here. You'll see when I get there. There's two main positions where I like to go in heavy tanks. Fast heavy tanks, you have two options. You can go to this corner to try to get a shot on this cross here. This corner right here on the bridge. Or you can go low to this hull down. I usually don't like to go to the hull down unless they don't have like a scary lineup. Like tier 8 lineup, it's a great idea to go to the hull down. But if it's like full tier 10 and they have two E3s or a Yag Peener and a VK, I don't know, the VK heavy tank, which is 350 heat pen, whatever that thing is called, 7201, then I would think twice about it. Not saying it's not viable, but it's just something you need to be careful of because they can pen your turret in that case. But for this game, I'm just going to go low instantly. I could go high and then go low, but what I'm worried about is my team taking this position. Alright, the chief hits me. That's completely fine. And what you want to do here is just make sure that you're angled up slightly if possible so that they can't pen the top of your turret. And then just pre-aim here. There's sometimes some weird angles where you can't spot them, but they can spot you because your turret is too high up, so the bridge is in the way, but they can spot your lower plate or something. But unfortunately, it doesn't look too much is coming here, but they do have some tier 8 heavies, so I'm just gonna wait and be patient for a little while. There's no reason to get too aggressive yet, especially because my team hasn't caught up with me. No one else is low, so I can't really push forward. I'm gonna look for some different angles to try to see if I can get some spots. Maybe if they're tucked in or something, but seems like they have nothing here. Well, that's like the worst possible timing ever. And he rolls me for 502. That's pretty interesting. I'm just gonna stay safe. Artie can technically hit you if it's someone with good gun arc and they're sitting here. Seems like they are everywhere except in this spot, which really sucks. I really want to damage this guy because he's a big threat. So I'm gonna poke him. Even if I took one from the CC there, I think it's almost worth it because the chief, once I kill the chief, I can do a lot. Alright, this guy, he really wants to get me, I can tell. I have 7 on load. I'm just gonna trade with him. Okay, I take one. That is worth it, in my opinion. I'm down to half health, so I have to be really careful, especially if they push me super aggressively. I need my team to help me right now. Okay, so I definitely need to forget about the chieftain for a second. I need to focus down this M103 if possible, unless they keep pushing me. I'm gonna go for an engine fire. Okay, he's dead. Because if I left this guy alive, then he's just gonna be constantly shooting me in the side. Now I'm safe to these two guys, so it's definitely worth it. Pay attention, there's nothing behind these two guys. So once I'm reloaded, if I see an opportunity to poke, I will do it and put out 1,000 damage. The chief is what I'm worried about, because he's paying attention. He knows that I'm a threat, and so he can shoot me over this guy's shoulder. But if this guy gets in the way of him, or something, I want to be careful here. I'm just gonna play patient for now. We're down 5k though, so I really need my team to do something. Uh-oh. Okay, that guy tried to kill me. We still have a full health conk, and this guy is one shot. He cannot push up, so this guy's the only threat, and there's no way he suicides for me right now. Our conk is finally pushing forward, which is great. Their chief, I don't think he even fired, which sucks. I'm thinking about poking this left side, but I'm worried that the chief is gonna snipe my cupola, to be honest. But we're down HP, so I'm almost thinking about risking it. Okay, I'm gonna poke now. Okay, I put out 1,000 damage. There's a defender above me. I'm actually gonna go like this. It's risky, but I think I have to. I'm stuck. Yeah, we were getting surrounded, so I felt like I had to do that or I was gonna die from the top side. My team just melted. This game was 5 minutes long. If we could have killed the chieftain, then this would have been way easier, because I could just trade 2 for 1 against this guy, but instead I had to be careful, especially because I lost so much HP early. Like, if I didn't get hit by this guy in the first poke of the game, I would have had enough HP to just trade with him and kill them, and then from there I can try to relocate and farm the rest of the guys, but instead I was kind of stuck for most of the game, which is unfortunate. I don't think I played that terrible, but it might have been greedy to try to poke wide on this, but I didn't expect anyone to... Like, poking wide like this, appearing on this side of the pillar, I didn't think anyone would even be ready for that, but he shot me immediately. I don't know why he was tucked in so far, just doing nothing, but some players, you can't comprehend what is going through their heads. So at least I think I kind of ruined the Chief game. I think he probably only did like 2,000 or like 2,500, so that's always a bonus. But we'll see, maybe he farmed somewhere that I didn't even realize. Nope, he got 3k. That's more than I thought, but still pretty bad. Yeah, honestly, unless I killed the Chief instantly or very quickly, I wasn't gonna get much more than this out of this game. I was stuck there at that hull down, and my team was melting. Maybe I could have been able to run from there, but I couldn't do that until our Conqueror pushed to the corner and covered me anyways. And he didn't do that for a long time, and I got YOLO'd by 2 tanks. I think both of them shot me once. Maybe the IS-3A bounced, but yeah. Alright, I think I'll do one more, probably. Yeah, I think I'll do one more regardless of how it goes. I feel pretty happy about how I played that battle, to be honest. Even though it wasn't a very good result for that matchmaking, especially on Paris and the hull down against tier 8s. You would expect way more, but they only contested me with a Chieftain and a CC Mark II. Like, if their tier 8 heavies came that way, I would have been farming. But the only tier 8 heavies that came that way just suicided in the open and tried to shoot me once and then die, so what are you going to do about that? And that's one of the problems with the VZ. I would have poked over the left side of the rubble pile, but my cupola is so big, and if my turret is even slightly angled down and they're shooting at like at an angle from like this, they can pen a large portion of it. So I have to be careful. Alright, we get Muro, one of my favorite maps, probably my favorite map in the game. But the matchmaking is pretty bad. 2 arties, no light tanks. I'm gonna bring, since there's no light tanks, usually what I would do in a fast heavy is come to this position here, this position right here, and ask my light tank to go here and spot people crossing and then shoot them on the cross. Since there's no light tank and we only have 2 mediums, which are pretty slow, I'm gonna go to the 1 line. I'm bringing my vents loadout because I don't really need speed for this. Probably would have brought my vents loadout if I went here too, because you don't need that much speed to get there. And what I want to do in this matchup is go to this position right here. This position is very, very good, in my opinion. Sometimes I go here, even if we do have light tanks, if I just think that it's the best position to go to. I am quite worried that they're just not going to stop. They're not in a platoon though, so I'm going to risk it. I'm just going to keep going. If it was a 3-man platoon of like 277s, then I would stop, but I'm not going to. You can briefly get shot through this gap here, but once you get here, you're pretty safe, except from like Artie. These guys are not easy to pen though. I'm going to hide for a second. Once you get here, this whole area is generally a good farm, and if anyone overpeaks here and they don't notice you, you can also farm them. Unfortunately, it's not easy to pen these guys, even if they do overpeak. But I'm gonna see what I can find. Oh, that's unlucky. They have an S-conk back here. The second shot was unlucky. The first one was a bad shot, but it was not an easy shot. I was shooting through cover. I think one of their arties is down here, so he doesn't have a shot on me. Hopefully that's a T92, because a bad jet arty is not as big of a deal. This S-conk is honestly the biggest problem, because if he can shoot me without me getting lit, it's kind of a problem. Want to kill that VZ really bad. Okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity since the S-conk fired and he's not poking up to get out of here. What I want to do is get to this position right here, because from here you can get hull down on these guys and just farm them for free. It isn't E3, so it's not easy, but I'm gonna take this opportunity first to just go like this. Fortunately I bounced one of my shots, so it didn't go as planned. I want to get in here, but it's not going to be easy with 2 guys pre-aiming it. Potentially the S-conk as well, but I'm just going to trade against this E3 because he's kind of distracted. The mouse can shoot me in return, so I need to be careful of that. But these aren't the best trades, to be honest. But if I can kill the E3, then I might be able to get in here. But the problem is I'm 1200 HP now, so Artie can kill me if I get there. If I get too low HP. So for now, I'm just going to play slow, play passive. Probably try to shoot this mouse. Should be mostly Artie safe here. I don't know where their second Artie is though. The mouse seems to have a few brain cells, unfortunately. It's not making really dumb pokes. Okay, their other Artie isn't like over here. We're losing the 9 line though. I have quite a bit of support on this side of the map, which is a good thing. Okay, these guys are both one-shots anyway, so pushing up to here isn't really going to get me anything because I'll only get 2 shots out of it max, and an E3 is hard to pen regardless. So I'm going to come here, see if I can get side shots on these 2 heavy tanks. I zoomed out real quick there to make sure the grill wasn't looking at me or over peeking for me. I have to be careful of people going here, but if you look at what's lit right now, all of them are lit. All of their actual tanks are lit, so nobody should be here yet. They are crossing in the north very aggressively, so I'm thinking about watching the north, but first I want to shoot this guy. Can we get 1 shot? That's good enough. Now the question is, where do I go? We're up a lot. There's nothing more to get from over here, so I'm gonna go north. And we only have 1 Foch here, so if they keep pushing, then I'll get a free clip. I don't know their I7's HP. Alright, this guy is continuing, which is really good for me. Hopefully none of my teammates hit him and I can get 2 into him. That would be great. Okay, I technically got 2. Wasn't full damage, but at least they both hit. T92 can hit me from down here. He's gonna die in a second though. But I'm gonna try to dodge a little bit regardless. I can't push across like this. It's just not possible with a crossfire here. But if the 50B here spots the 268, then I can shoot the 268 and then I can cross like this or something. Hopefully he spots the 268. I have 1200 HP, so if I get hit by the 268, it's not a big deal. The I-7 and the 268 are the only tanks left. I just saw a tree fall down there. I'm going to beeline it for the 268 because I can take a hit from him, potentially a hit from him and the IS-7. And I don't think the I-7 will be paying attention to me. There's a Foch on his ass, so I'm not gonna bother aiming for this guy because if the 268 is close, I'll have much easier shots on him. There he is. I want to track him and go for an engine fire. I did aim that poorly. I will not lie. I did aim that poorly. That's true. But still, I think that was pretty unlucky. But I aimed too low, so that's my own fault. Really sucks. But I got all the tracking on him at least. Their batchet already is over there. Interesting. Can I get an angle? So I'm gonna zoom way out, see if I have an angle. I think I do. No, I don't. It's too low down. Oh well, I think this was an okay battle. I think overall my decision to go to the left flank was a good one. If I had gone to the east flank, it would have been bad. But I couldn't have predicted at the start of the battle that we were going to lose the east flank, so that's not why it was a good decision. It was a good decision because I think it's better versus artillery and because we don't have light tanks or fast mediums to spot them in the beginning. So you're kind of just sitting there doing nothing in the east, whereas in the west you can at least try to make some engagements happen. And I got a lot of spotting this game, or tracking or something. I don't know exactly where all the spotting came from, but I'll take it. Got 1400 tracking on that guy. Alright, so overall, 4 battles, 5.5k average damage, 1000 assisting, even 1100 blocking. That's pretty good. 3 wins, 1 loss. I'm happy with this session. I think there's a few things I could have done better for sure, but overall I'm pretty happy with how I played. So yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to go play with Paddington Bear, my best friend in World of Tanks. Besides Muscles, just kidding, Muscles never plays with me because he just plays CSGO. Fuck you, Muscles. Alright, see you guys later. Goodbye.